Welcome to the Comics Experiment. Did I scare you?
Startled me a little bit.
This is the show that we do right here on Comicstorian every Saturday. It's filmed live over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EligibleMonster. It's then uploaded for early access to our Patreons, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where if you choose to go to Twitch or Patreon, you can support us directly. And if you want to support us even more than that, we have two sponsors today. As many of you know, we do use the 4Hims product to keep my hair looking amazing, my skin looking amazing, and for my sexual wellness. Andy, just so you know you got some dry skin patches. Yeah, 4Hims will help you with that. It's one of our sponsors, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the middle of the show, bro.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Saying bro like that sounded really weird.
Yeah, bro. And today we're also sponsored by Honey, where you can go to it at joinhoney.com/ what was the code? It's experiment, right?
I think it's experiment.
They believe
you
it's
know what? I'm going to check because they tend to... R&BE.
Oh, it's R&BE this week?
It is
okay.
R&BE.
So yes, our other sponsor of the day is Honey, a great web extension that allows you to go to multiple websites where they'll find you the best price. They'll compare them all for you. How many websites do they say they have, Dan?
Well, I believe it is 37,000 websites. I think it was 37.
Yes, it was 37. But actually, we use it here in the office to find the best deal because we buy a lot of stuff we shouldn't buy, and that is exactly how we find the best deal on that. The code for that one is joinhoney.com/RNBE. And we'll tell you more about that one at the second ad break in today's episode. But today we're gonna have, this is Dan, that's Andy. Anyway, today we're gonna... Dan, you guys know he's the producer here at Eligible Monster Productions. Andy recently came in. He's the guy who's been writing a lot more of the scripts recently. Well, not a lot more, that I've got him evenly out, but he's been writing some of the scripts recently, and I pretty much forced him to be in a lot of our shows.
All of them.
Actually. The best part about it is I didn't tell Dan or Houston or Gary. I just started putting Andy on a couch.
I don't think you told Andy.
No, I didn't. Now here, what a lot of people don't realize though in the office is I've planned this the last year. That I was just, the whole time he was moving out here, he's like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera.
You were like, don't even worry about it.
Bro, don't even worry about it. Yeah. And then it was like the first Monday you were free. Hey, you're doing a conspiracy show with us today?
And I said, okay.
You okay?
Podcast
yeah. You're kind of calm today.
Sorry.
Amp up. Can you amp up?
Hold on.
Are you doing the do?
Wait. Okay, Ben, let's do this.
Okay, awesome. All right, so today on the Comics Experiment, we're gonna actually do two topics. We're gonna talk about a Carol Danvers related topic, actually not related to the movie, which was a lot of the confusion I got from the tweet I put out, because they thought I was talking about the movie specifically.
I did as well.
And then we're also gonna talk about, we got a list here of the best Bat family members ranked worst to best. So we're gonna see if we agree and then tell what our favorite Bat family member is.
Okay.
And would you date them?
And would you date them?
What's their family situation?
Well, yeah,
we know most of theirs, and I know.
Most of them are not good.
Yeah, they're not that great.
So, also, we have a fourth person on our podcast today. yeah, it's Kratos.
I have a feeling it's one of the statues.
No, it's Twitter. I put these questions out related to today's both topics so that I can pull some interesting responses today. So I'm going to try, if this goes over well, I'll be doing it weekly. So if you want to get involved in the conversation every Thursday, then join us over at our Twitter account at Comicstorian, which is primarily me, sometimes Dan, sometimes Andy, but it's primarily me.
So. I thought we were talking about this amazing new Ironman statue that you got.
It comes in the set. There's a Spider-Man that goes with it we're waiting for. It's the Iron, it's from the movie.
From the Iron
Spider? Yeah, Iron Spider. Okay. Yeah. And just so you guys know, in our chat, Kevin, one of our editors and the host of our anime show, which will be airing live on our Twitch after this, and then going over to our patreon.com/comicstorian page, he would date himself. And he just left from the office in the bed.
Just hear these little giggles.
All right, so here's what I wanted to talk about with Carol Danvers, and then I'll let you guys finally talk. No, you don't get to talk? This will be like the Marvel Zombies episode where it's just Benny going over...
Just you telling us stuff about Carol Danvers for an hour and a half.
Yeah, so Carol Danvers is a woman. She's blonde. She used to wear a bikini. She was also raped by her own son.
I think it was a one-piece.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, one-piece bikini.
Yeah, thank you.
And she had like a ribbon belt.
Yeah.
She was raped by her own son in the
sash
previous
or
storylines. She's turned into an omnipotent
I thought it
being.
wasn't not her own son. She got raped in a different dimension by one guy and then gave birth to that person in the main dimension.
But that's her son. She gave birth to him.
It's one of those chicken before the egg kind of situations because he technically existed and then it's weird.
Yeah.
That's
so
like the rape before the egg? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
old Ms. Marvel, I would say, is probably C tier. That's even, I think, being generous. I'd say probably D tier Avenger.
Yeah.
Never showed up, and she was always used as a plot device.
Generally, yeah.
Yes. So around 2010, there was a big resurgence on Captain Marvel. Obviously, they were planning for what they wanted eventually was to make a movie about a character named Captain Marvel. But my question is, why did they choose to do this with Carol Danvers? Because I feel the Captain Marvel character is so far separated from this weird history of Carol Danvers that it is.
Well,
She never references it.
Well, no,
Marvel doesn't reference all these weird things that happen. It's just like they gave her a better uniform, gave her a better name. The character's great. I do like Captain Marvel. Before anybody starts me bashing, my question is, why isn't, and especially with the new origin. The new origin says that she was always Kree, so we're even getting rid of the original stuff. So why didn't they just make a new character? That's my question. Why did we take a character like Carol Danvers and turn her into this?
well, I mean, to me, it was probably because it was the easiest thing. Because I mean, Miss Marvel got her powers from Captain Marvel because they were dating, and there was a whole thing in the Air Force, and there was an accident, and blood transfusion, and yada yada yada.
Right.
So I mean, to me, it was probably just the easy, like, hey, we want to update Captain Marvel, make it a woman. Well, we already have somebody that's at least adjacent to Captain Marvel. You know, 3 degrees of separation, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So I mean, to me, that would have just been the easiest way to do it, short of just making a brand new Captain Marvel character.
Well, and that's not, especially with this Kree origin. I know the origin's new, but
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say
Actually-
that's relatively new.
I was going to say, I'm wondering, if you hadn't said that it was since 2010, I would not have been surprised if when they brought in Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel, the new Miss Marvel, if that was them trying to test the waters, like, can we create a new version of this character that has these different things and make people interested? And then they botched it with the Inhumans show. But I think it's probably one of those situations of they wanted, because in this day and age, political correctness and women empowerment and stuff like that, I'm wondering if maybe they did it for the sake of, hey, look, we can make a woman super, super powerful.
well, I'm not against the woman being super, super powerful. I'm not against the MCU needing a Wonder Woman type character.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was probably it more than anything.
Well, I
else.
think that's why they decided to make Captain Marvel as prominent as she is, though I
Mm-hmm.
would have gone with She-Hulk myself. But
Which isn't she taking like sort of center stage in the Avengers now?
she is now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like 10 years ago, if you were prepping someone for the stage, unless that must have been a licensing thing.
I would see it as a
Maybe,
license.
yeah.
No, or
Because Hulk is in the name, that
Yeah.
Fox would, hey, we're Fox.
But the big question that I have, like I said, it just comes down to why 10 years ago did we not just create a new character that is that? What's the character that's currently in No Road Home? She was created in
Voyager?
Why
She's
not?
a fantastic character, too.
I know you didn't read
I
No
haven't read
Surrender.
that. I haven't
so
read that yet, yeah.
she's the Collector's daughter, I believe.
Really?
I'm not sure. if
Grandmaster's.
it's The Grandmaster's daughter.
Okay.
And her power is teleportation.
Okay.
Groups of people.
Right.
But what she has the ability to do is alter memories as well. So in No Surrender, she altered the memories of the Avengers to say that she was always there, and that they had
Genius.
and they had forgotten about her because that was what had to happen due to some weird timeline thing. It was like it's a Century Void plot.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the plot to Century?
It was pretty much the same thing, but Voyager. They've created strong female characters. I don't know what she's doing in No Road Home yet, because I haven't read it yet.
Oh, she's good.
Is she? Okay.
I really enjoy her.
But and that's why I'm wondering, because Captain Marvel, when Carol Danvers went from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel, it did not blow up. It was not huge. It wasn't big news. It wasn't
when
like
did that happen?
around 2010. I want to say it was
was?
Kelly Sue
Okay.
DeConnick's run. I want to say. I'll double check that right now just to make sure we have our information
Yeah.
correct.
To be fair to me, though, Captain Marvel to me wasn't ever a giant character to begin with.
No, even Marvel.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the original Captain Marvel, and maybe just because he wasn't around in the time frame when I started reading comics, never really knew much about the character.
You know,
Yeah.
It was
Because of
2010.
that- It was 2010. I would not,
2010 was her last book as Miss Marvel.
Okay.
It came back in 2012 with her assuming the mantle of Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And I actually read that one. I remember it was Captain America telling her that she had to take
Kind
the
of
part.
like, gave her the role.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if it is related to the Ant-Man situation. Of we took a character not many people knew about, did not have the biggest fan base, and we made a fan base for them because of how great the movie was. Because I mean, that's what we always said
Captain Marvel
before.
is now coming out.
Yes.
I mean, if in 2010
you're
when
talking
they were
almost a full
decade is my point.
Yeah,
between,
see, it's such a hard one because a lot of the things that I could see being a reason for it happened after 2010.
Yeah, well, and that's just it, because Captain Marvel, 2010, the relaunch was 2012. It must have been at least in talks for a year. So we'll say 2011 was when it officially was like, hey, we're going to do this with her, you know?
Oh, yeah.
What if it's simply due to the fact that her name has Marvel in it, and they want to basically choose a character that it's like, Captain Marvel is the face of Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Well, supposedly, I don't know how true this is. I've heard through the rumor mill. Kevin Feige says that Captain Marvel is the face of the MCU for the next 10 years. Just as Chris Evans and Iron Man were for the first set, it's now Captain Marvel. Now, we can debate all day long about the issues about the movie coming out and about like the press roles and all that stuff. I don't really feel like talking about any of that because honestly, let's let the movie come out and see how it does. Then we can talk about, hey, things that were said shouldn't have been said and things that happened shouldn't have happened. Because if the movie comes out and scores $500 million or $1 billion or pulls a Black Panther or pulls an Aquaman, everyone's going to shut up because the movie did well. And I'm excited about it, so I'm like, whatever. Because the fact of the matter, when it comes to the movie franchises, I don't care. MCU could literally come out and say, today, we're going to do Spider-Man's lunch. And somehow they'll make it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And to be fair, we had a movie about a talking tree. So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's trying to like, oh, Captain Marvel's going to be horrible. Like, guys, it's the MCU. It might not be the billion-dollar blockbuster that some other movies are, but it ain't gonna walk away with 30 million. It's gonna be a success no matter what.
And that's the thing about the MCU movies, even the ones that are just okay.
I like Ant-Man, but
they're still pretty good movies.
Ant-Man is probably one of the worst of the performing ones, I believe, along with like Iron Man 3.
I was like, I loved it. I would not put it as the worst.
Yeah, no, I loved it too.
Yes.
Performing-wise, Ant-Man's one of the worst. It got a sequel. It was a success. Paul Rudd's in Infinity War.
Well, didn't that one didn't do well in the box office weekend, but made up for it.
I think
over time,
the weekend
think.
it came out. But then as people actually realized it was a good movie.
I think Ant-Man started the trend of, okay, if we don't know who the superhero is, MCU makes it worth giving them a shot.
Actually, I'll disagree with that. Iron Man did. Because no one knew who Iron Man was.
That is true, actually, and you forget about this. Iron Man wasn't super popular when that movie first came out.
That Iron Man right there is not the Iron Man from before the MCU.
I think it could also be factored into the fact that when I was a kid, I had an Iron Man action figure.
So you knew him a little bit better.
Exactly. So in my head, I was
people who weren't comic book fans,
he's the
didn't
Batman
know
of Marvel.
who Iron Man was.
Yeah, if you looked into old interviews, they said like their biggest problem with Iron Man was convincing people it's a guy in a suit and not a robot.
I guess I could see it as a potential.
That one doesn't help with that.
It just looks like a robot.
Especially the fact that now most of them he's like remote piloting.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna
not
say
even
they're
in
all
the-
it's not. It's a guy in a suit, damn it. And like, well, but in the Spider-Man movie, he kind of isn't in the suit.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't be surprised if he was big for the fact of unknown, but still a good character. Whereas Ant-Man was kind of them going, okay, this is a very obscure character. Like he's got the
Ant-Man
weirdest
really wasn't
powers.
though, actually.
And they didn't even use the original Ant-Man though for the movie.
Yeah.
Like that
Paul
was one
Rudd.
of the ones they took like the Scott Lang character, which was years after the original Ant-Man was.
But
I think
Scott Lang
at
was
that point, I'm pretty sure Scott Lang was done too. We'd already moved on to Black Ant.
I don't even
just
think he was in the
after-
comics as Ant-Man at that point.
I think it was just after the one where he creates a security company with Grizz.
No. That came out tied in.
That
was a
tied
part
in,
of the
not
whole
right
thing.
before? Okay.
Scott Lang had not been around since he blew up, I want to say, and came back to life.
I don't even.
Wasn't that Avengers Disassembled? When Scarlet Witch messed with the team?
I think so.
God.
He saw Cassie, ran outside, blew up. And like, I'm pretty sure he was mostly gone at that point. Like, he got revived, and he popped up here and there, but he wasn't a part of
Nobody
anything.
stays dead in comics.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. I love how now in comics they always reference that. They're like, he died. It's like, he's not gonna stay dead long.
Okay, well let's go roll back to the topic on hand though,
yes.
because I'm not really arguing about Captain Marvel being in the MCU. I personally think even if it's the worst performing movie, it's still gonna bank $300 to $500 million, and we're getting Captain Marvel sequels, and she's gonna be in the latest MCU franchise stuff.
I mean, they're pushing her hardcore in the comics.
Yeah.
She's got her own one. She's one of the main members of the Avengers.
Supposedly, from
she's
what I'm
all
reading,
over
I'm
the
not a
place.
fan of her solo outing. I love her on the Avengers though, the way
Have
they're
you
treating
read her most recent one where she goes to the apocalyptic world?
Houston was telling me I should check it out, but
It's interesting.
I did like
but-
Secret Life of Captain Marvel. I
Yes,
loved that
was
retelling.
A great retelling.
That's coming out next week with the movie, by the way. Or not next week, the week of the movie. Is that next week? I don't know.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it's
is next week.
next
Next weekend.
Okay, so I'm seeing it the day before? Oh, yeah.
Is it next weekend?
It is. It's 9 days from now. So yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, going with the argument of them using obscure characters in the MCU, I don't think anyone they've used overall is that obscure. It's not like we're getting the Hood. You know the Hood.
I do. It's a random one to brag.
I'm pulling someone that no one would know.
That's like
I
one
don't
that shows up on like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's just like the guy's main name. And like he has a hoodie on.
Does he show
that's-
up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, I'm just saying that's the type of character that they would appear on that show.
Yeah, the Hood would never get an MCU movie, but they could somehow make it worth
They
watching.
would make it worth it.
I'd watch it probably.
I love the chat. They're like, who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was my point.
Exactly.
Okay, so back 10 years ago, when Captain Marvel was getting reinvented and things like that, why do you think it really boils down to why you think they did that? And if you were sitting at Marvel and they're like, we need a good, strong female character, would you have done this? Or would you have created a new one? Or pick someone else in the Marvel universe at the time?
Well, see, I can't think of anyone else that I would pick. That would make sense to make very powerful.
Yeah.
That was not already established. But was that a time period where they were coming out with new ones? Because I know recently they kind of went through hey, let's make a bunch of new heroes.
Right,
This was before that. This was I want to say, and I might be wrong, but I believe it was around the same time as Robbie Reyes. And because Robbie Reyes came out ahead of the whole big push.
I was going to say, Robbie Reyes was kind of like their first time of replacing an established character that actually took hold. It wasn't like...
Which, for the record, and you never heard my analogy, but with the changing of the characters, my argument was they did all of them too quick. Robbie Reyes proved if you do one at a time and let him establish, we like him.
Well, and I've said that for a long time now. Yeah, put in the work. Establish the character.
Yeah.
Don't 1 week... Peter Parker's Spider-Man, next week Robbie Reyes is Spider-Man, and try to figure out why nobody likes him.
Yeah. Actually, Robbie Reyes is
established
2014, so he was 2 years after the Captain Marvel.
I
didn't know he was that new.
I am wondering if the reason why they chose Captain Marvel during that time was they were choosing established characters and putting new people in it. Because Robbie Reyes is a great example.
He's 2 years after.
But I mean, as an example of Ghost Rider was an existing thing, but they put someone else in that role.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel was Marvel, and then she got put in the role. I don't think it's around that same time.
What I love about...
But I think it's an established character in terms of the comic book world.
Right.
That people would go, oh, this is a new face for Captain Marvel, I'll give it a shot. I mean, it clearly didn't do that great until a little bit later on. But I'm wondering if it was something like that, where instead of just going, hey, here's Ironheart, like an entirely new character, or just a brand new character that has no established existence at all, instead going, hey, this one already exists, let's put someone else in the role and try and make them interesting through already having traction of the role itself.
Right, yeah. Actually, when I said Robbie Reyes, what I meant was Miles Morales.
Oh,
I think he was the initial...
Another great example.
Yeah,
where putting someone in an established role.
But actually taking the time to establish the character.
That as well, yeah.
So that's what actually I meant. I didn't mean Robbie, because I think I said Robbie Reyes is now Spider-Man. I was like,
I was kind of confused.
That's not right.
Did I miss something? Or,
you don't remember when Ghost Rider took over as Spider-Man?
Yeah, no, I did my favorite book.
Okay, I would read that hell out of that. Every time he thwips, it's on fire.
I feel like that's a what if.
Yeah.
I think it actually is.
Peter Parker gets bitten by the spider, and then Uncle Ben dies, and then the Spirit of Vengeance takes over, and now he's Spider, Ghost Spider. Well,
no, Ghost Spider. Yeah,
that's already a thing. But it's the best name I could come up with.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, well,
it wasn't before. I would read that.
I would. Yeah,
that would be really cool.
So, side tangent before I go into what their opinions was on the Twitters.
I'm surprised. Go ahead.
No, I always find it funny that everyone freaks out about, we want Marvel back. And it's like,
right.
But Marvel has done like nothing.
He wasn't even around for the longest time before
he died around the 70s, 80s, and then he came back for like individual plots. Like
for a little while, he was also, it was almost like an old school Thor. It was, he had a human host.
Yeah.
And then would transform into Marvel, but like the two.
Yeah.
Like the human host didn't have Marvel's powers. He would literally become Marvel, who would then take over. So it was like old school Thor back when.
But I just find it so funny, the amount of like old school. Because I've seen comments from tons of people before that are like 18 to 25. Like, I loved Marvel.
Did you though?
How much Marvel did you
Well, I mean, people who
read?
go back to the back issues, you know, it's like.
I have a feeling they're hipsters.
I liked him before he was cool.
Yeah.
My
favorite character
is
my only character that I like more is the Hood. He's my favorite.
Give it 5 years, the Hood's gonna be in a movie.
Oh yeah. And we'll get the people going, I was his biggest fan when he first came out.
Now, secondary, I want to, Captain Marvel, the name. This is during the period when DC kind of had the title Captain Marvel, though I love this whole thing going right now. Not my Captain Marvel. Guys, Captain Marvel's been called Shazam forever now. Like, like Shazam has been his name for the longest time.
I think, no, I don't think they actually changed it in the comics to Shazam until Jeff Johns.
No, it wasn't legally changed, but the book wasn't called.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the characters has been called Captain Marvel for a long time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
it wasn't
is,
until Jeff Johns where they were like, all right, screw it, we're just calling him Shazam.
Right, well, they did that because of the confusion of Captain Marvel, which I believe is why they created a Captain Marvel to grab the title real fast.
Can you check when that swapped?
I'm doing that real quick right now to see when the last time.
Because I'm actually curious if that was in 2010, and that's the reason why they got it. They were like, we're going to grab it, we're going to run with it.
My still question, why is it Carol Danvers? Why didn't we just make a new? I'm fine with it being a female character. Why don't we just make a new female character?
I think it was the ease. It was the.
We got to grab the name in a hurry.
I think okay, we want a strong female character in the comics, right? We want a super like a Wonder Woman for Marvel Comics. All right, well we have Miss Marvel. She was close to Captain Marvel. We don't have a Captain Marvel. We could just upgrade her.
And they've done that with Captain America a couple times.
Yeah, exactly.
With
it's Bucky and then so I think it was that, and then if it didn't take hold, they would have just gone back to oh well, we'll have another another Kree soldiers up and is called Captain Marvel.
As of the early 2000s, he was already being called Shazam in the books.
Okay.
Captain Marvel in the late 80s, post-crisis. The appearance of Captain Marvel was in 1986. 1987, he appeared as a member of the Justice League as Captain Marvel still. He hadn't changed it over yet. Revised Captain Marvel appeared in a one-shot story, neo-Nazi version. It was around 1988 that it went over to Shazam.
And the title of the book.
So internally, he was still referenced as Captain Marvel,
but the books were called.
But the book they swapped it over to Shazam at that point.
Okay.
I was like, because I remember even back in I want to say it was
because 91 it was the Power of Shazam book.
Right. Yeah.
So when we were beginning to read comics,
right,
it was already Shazam.
Right. But I was gonna say even like I want to say it was early 2000s the Kingdom Come Elseworlds story. They call him Captain Marvel in that. They don't call him Shazam or anything.
It wasn't until New 52 did they officially
call
across the board.
Shazam.
He is Shazam now. Forget that. I know. I remember reading this a while ago. Part of the reasoning behind it was the confusion.
Yeah.
Because Captain Marvel, everyone assumes is Marvel Comics, and it was always a big thing. And for those of people who don't know, DC actually didn't make Captain Marvel originally. Captain Marvel actually started in a different line, competing with both DC and Marvel.
And then DC actually bought that company,
right?
And gained the
and
Captain
they gained
Marvel
him. That's also
I
why
say Tangent Comics. I could be wrong.
His original.
Yeah, it could be Tangent. I don't remember.
He was back in Wiz Comics.
Wiz Comics, that's what it was.
It was a Wiz, and they bought Wiz Comics.
Yeah,
which is why he also kind of had a weird situation because he's basically Superman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what he was originally.
He was a
Superman. A mystical Superman.
Puffer fell off.
God damn it.
So okay. Let's go to see what the internet says.
This is going to be fun.
To the internet.
To the internet. I'm going to grab a couple random ones. I'll say who it is. That way you can participate in this. So I asked, the official tweet was, the biggest question I had about Captain Marvel as a character has nothing to do with any argument. I was hoping that would, I ran out of spacing. I was hoping that would imply not the movie arguments everyone's having.
Right.
Okay. Why Carol to begin with? For almost a decade, they tried to make us care about what was a D-tier character. Why didn't they just make a new character without the weird past? That was what I asked.
Actually, quick question. Would you mind looking something up for me? Whether or not in 2010 there were other characters that were actually created brand new?
How do you want me to look that up in 2 seconds?
Well, give me the laptop. Oh no!
You broke Wonder Woman!
Every time this is slightly tapped.
That is not a I'll Google that real fast situation.
Let me look up brand new comic book characters created in 2010.
I feel fast.
It can't be that big.
Anyway, I followed it up with a tweet to kind of helpfully specify what I was talking about. I mean, they just completely retconned her origin, and I love the new one, but at this point, we don't even reference the old stuff for her. Why didn't we just make a whole new character, okay? And then there was the confusion about the movie, so we had Taylor Zomer, the Mask of Zomer. Movies made us care about Captain America and Iron Man. And I responded with, oh, I already enjoyed Captain Marvel as a character. I was wondering why Carol, why not some new female Kree warrior? Because Carol's history is effed. She's pretty messed up.
It's a very convoluted history.
Yeah.
It was 2 groups. Avengers Academy and Future Foundation. Those were the only new people added in 2010.
Okay.
And Future Foundation was really just an offshoot of Fantastic Four.
Actually, that's exactly what both of them were, it's just a younger version of already established characters. And the rest were villains.
Okay, Kadiva Darkwolf, Alex, haven't they done that with other characters, or at least put them in the realm of possibility of doing what they're doing with Carol? Where they swap out and just give them a title? They have, but I just feel like there's so much, I feel like this was a missed opportunity for a new Kree female warrior kind of a situation.
Yeah.
I mean, but the whole Kree female, or the Kree warrior thing, I mean, they're having, other than Marvel, I mean, it's not like the Kree warrior hero is a common trope. Does that make any sense?
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just had Marvel, so like if they were just like, whatever, we'll just make it Marvel adjacent and not have to worry about doing a whole nother.
Actually, what this one says, Alex at Metal 8 Star, because her powers came directly from Marvel himself.
Right.
When they rebooted her origin, they should have made it clean and advertised the F out of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't remember.
Yes. They didn't really promote Secret Life of Captain Marvel at all.
Yeah.
The only thing they promoted it as was a new beginning. We're going to start over.
Which
you guys didn't like the last book.
Yeah, which I think they were just trying to do for the movie too.
Yeah. So most of them, people were confused. I was talking about the movie. I mean, obviously, it's hard for me to clarify something.
Right.
Yeah, considering how
close the movie is.
Out, yeah.
But yeah. And Dan, did you know that I can open portals? At this point, you guys know that I'm an avid user of 4Hims. 4Hims is a great product to allow you to keep your hair, have healthy looking skin, and be sexually well at all times. It really does improve your lifestyle overall by giving you ways to just look and feel better. Most of you guys have been here for quite a while, but if you haven't used 4Hims yet and you're enjoying the Rob and Benny experiment, then check it out because you get a free trial month of 4Hims for just $5 today right now while supplies last. You can check their website for full details, but this would cost you hundreds if you went to the doctor or the pharmacy. Go to 4hims.com/RobandBenny. That's FORHIMS.com/RobandBenny. ROBANDBENNY. 4hims.com/RobandBenny. It's definitely something that I recommend because, as I've said with many other products, coming out of the military, I did not know how to take care of myself from a visual perspective. Sure, I know how to work out, and sure, I know how to go and buy clothing and stuff like that, but how do you take care of your hair, your skin, and keep yourself very fit with the sexual wellness department? That is 4Hims, guys, and Rob and I both recommend it to you. Portal closes. So, in conclusion, I'm a Power Ranger. Apparently, I'm like Mega Zeoforce. I don't know.
What is the portal thing?
The portal? You don't know about the portal thing?
I don't know. The
portal. Whenever I open portals, this is where the ad reads go. Oh, so we record them in post.
Yeah, this is another one of those things that's not explained to me before the show. Well, I just sit here going, all right, whatever.
Can I actually explain the story behind that for him real quick? Because I'm not sure if people know that.
Go explain what portals are real
It
quick.
started when it was me, Benny, and Rob, and we were talking about how we would add certain people to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
Rob somehow took everyone to Hogwarts.
Sure.
And every time Benny would like mention, he'd be like, "So this happens," and then the portal would open and they would come through. And every
I had
character
Doctor
he would
Strange
add-
on the brain at the time, where like everything was a portal opening up.
and the number of portals he opened in that just.
Okay.
But I don't think many people in our audience actually.
It just
remember
became a
where that-
running gag on the show.
That's the thing. Nothing is like, because literally, as he said, I show up like day 2. He was like, "We're gonna put you on the show." I was like, "Awesome." Nothing is explained to me. I just sit down.
We have running gags,
and I don't know any of them, and I just have to figure out what the hell is going on.
That's half the fun of
That's
joining.
true, I guess.
So,
I bring the audience on.
in
this journey
conclusion, we're all on a journey. In conclusion to the Captain Marvel thing, I don't think you guys, would you guys have done this? Would you have done Carol, or would you have just picked someone else, made a new character? Would you have picked Carol for this role? Back in 2010, you had no idea that a movie was coming. You had no idea that they were trying to make it. You could have made anyone Marvel's Wonder Woman at the time.
I mean, like Dan was saying earlier, I can't think of a different character that could have. I mean, you could make a new character, try to establish a brand new character.
I feel like it's part of Marvel's problem in general. They don't have very many strong female characters at all.
Well, now they've got a lot, but back then.
Even now, name them.
Well, we got Riri Williams, we got Kamala Khan, we've got Carol Danvers, we've got
I wouldn't
Jennifer
even count
Walters.
Riri. Count someone who hasn't been created in the last year.
Okay, we got She-Hulk, Captain Marvel.
Because I'm looking back at 2010, but we'll go ahead and go all the way to 2018. Ms. Marvel, I'll give you. She's very strong. She's strong.
Before then, we also had X-23 was created earlier, but not used as
Her book never
much.
really sold, though, and she was just a clone of Wolverine.
Miss America got added in. I know these just because I was looking on the thing. But actually, the list actually gave me the thought of a lot of the other characters we would have considered very recently got changed.
Yeah.
I'm
chat is
wondering
going Rogue, but they didn't have Rogue in the movie, so they wouldn't have done her.
Black Widow.
I will make the argument that Marvel
Grey.
has a lot of strong female characters, but none that stand on their own.
No,
I was going to say they have a lot of strong female characters that are all associated with a team.
Yes.
Miss Fantastic, Rogue,
I have a good one, actually.
Jean Grey. Whereas Wonder Woman is associated with the Justice League, but she also is strong enough to stand on her own.
Yeah.
I do have a slight argument with that.
Okay.
Because they named a lot of names in here that would have very easily stood on their own.
Okay.
But this is because this is something we didn't consider. During 2010, this is when Marvel had lost the rights to so many things for movies.
That is
if
true.
they couldn't make a movie, they weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Because people are naming Wasp, Storm, Rogue, Phoenix.
Right.
Yep.
Wasp and Black Widow are the only two I'm seeing on here that would have actually worked back then, and they got movies kind of.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel would be great because it fits their brand.
Yeah.
For
So
obvious
all the
reasons.
X-Men are off the board. Mrs. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four are off the board.
But this is
Oh,
what I'm
yeah, they're
saying, though,
owned by
to
other
make,
people.
To make a solo female movie, like, all right, they're coming
She-Hulk
out with
is off the board, the
they're coming out
Spider
with a Sue Richards movie
Right.
that doesn't have the Fantastic Four in it. It wouldn't make any sense. They're coming out with a Rogue movie that doesn't have the X-Men in it. Wouldn't make any sense. A Jean Grey movie wouldn't make any sense.
And
so they have a lot of strong characters, but they're all based around teams.
Yeah.
And I think that actually, like you were saying, She-Hulk earlier, I think that would run into the situation of, I'll use Titans, the show, as an example of Robin's in it, so you expect Batman.
Yeah.
She-Hulk's in it, you expect Hulk.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're going to get these side characters.
Yeah.
And
So if I'm Marvel and I don't want to make a new character and I want to make a strong female character in 2010 to 2012 when this obviously was being discussed where they ended a book and they restarted it as Captain Marvel, yeah, your options are really
right,
limited.
exactly. Yeah.
I didn't even think about the team thing, because all the people named...
Half the people
Are
that
part of the
naming that they're naming are on teams.
Yeah.
Medusa, Scarlet Witch,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Gamora.
Because people, I've heard that argument before. Well, the reason Marvel doesn't have a solo female movie is because they don't have any strong female characters. False. They just, all of their female characters are based around teams.
Yeah.
If we were allowed to use half of those characters back in 2010 to 2012, one of the best books right now, Mr. and Mrs. X with Rogue. She's the
But then
title character.
you'd still have Gambit in it, and you would still
Well, but
expect
what I'm saying is
something
the
from
funny-
the
that book
X-Men.
is mostly Rogue, though.
I
He's-
do
he's
wanna
a
say-
supporting
But I'm
character.
saying, all right, if I told you 10 years ago, hey, they're coming out with a Rogue movie, probably your first question would be, is Wolverine going to show up?
Actually, another
I'm saying?
thing.
Yeah.
Another thing with the Rogue. First off, I find it funny because a lot of her powers came from the fact that she drained them from Carol Danvers.
She did actually, yeah. And the way I knew Rogue growing up was the cartoons, so she could fly, she had super strength and all that stuff.
Which I always find weird that they gave it to her for so long in the cartoon.
And not in the comics.
Yeah. I am wondering if it's the Blade situation, where the name does not make you think
Comic book.
You hear Rogue, you think a thief. You think
That's true.
like a rogue agent or stuff like that. You don't go, oh, Rogue, Marvel, duh.
When Blade actually first came out, I didn't even know he was a comic book character.
Until we did the book about the movies, I didn't know that he was either. Yeah. And I think it could have been that because I think, actually I have no idea when Blade came out. I know it was before
It was
that.
the late 90s, I want to say. Mid-90s?
98, Gary.
98.
I remember that. I remember Blade was awesome.
Blade
I'm the
was
only person in the world that likes Blade Trinity. I don't know why. Jessica Biel, maybe? I don't know.
My uncle
Jessica
wrote the
Biel
show.
and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
There we go.
All right, so that was our first topic. I think we've kind of treaded over the water. We've come up with 1,000 ideas and stuff like that.
Very good ones, too.
Yeah, our second topic
All
is
my
actually
ideas are
based
good.
off of a list, and I wanted to combine it with the same deal. So we're going to do the list first. Can't be that long, because the Bat family is not that engrossed.
Turns out 20 people.
I have a feeling that this list is going to turn into him going, oh, I forgot he was in the Bat family at one point.
It's going to be anyone
yeah.
Bruce Wayne glanced at on a subway.
Right.
And
So this list is whatculture.com.
Actually-
Bat ranking the Bat family worst to best.
I'm very curious what the...
Requirement to be a member of the family.
Yeah, like, is it just they're related to Batman as in, like, Batwoman? Because Batwoman technically wasn't a part of the Bat family until kind of recently. She was kind of her own thing. She just stole the name.
The original version of Batwoman was adjacent to the Bat family.
It was?
And then it kind of separated for a long time, and then they brought it back.
Well, the original Batwoman was like literally supposed to be the equivalent of his wife to squash rumors that he was gay.
100%. Yeah.
That's literally it. So back in the 60s and 70s,
that's
a book came out
hilarious.
straight up accusing Batman and Robin of being homosexual and
Leading
turning
the children,
kids.
the youth of America into homosexuality.
I do want to say the irony of that with Batwoman becoming a lesbian later on.
I had to write something for you about that.
Yeah.
Because that was what I thought was hilarious, because now she's gay.
Yeah.
So when she was first introduced, there was also, she had a sidekick too, like her own Robin.
Yeah, it was...
Batgirl.
Huntress.
It wasn't Batgirl.
It wasn't Batgirl. I can't remember, honestly.
And it wasn't Huntress.
No, it wasn't Huntress. She was a whole different thing.
Either way,
that was
Batwoman
their
had her
daughter.
own sidekick, and the idea was give Batman a female character, give Robin a female character, now you can't call them gay.
Right.
And that was literally it, because the book came out, I forget what it was called, but a book came out and it accused them of turning the youth homosexual. It was Batman and Robin are turning the youth homosexual.
Just like how
and it made
Apex
headlines.
Legends is turning people transgender.
That is true.
So, but anyway, number 19, Lucius Fox.
See, there are like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Because I would have said like 6.
That's it's the nuclear family versus extended family.
Yeah.
And this is very clearly extended with
So 19 is Lucius.
Yeah. He doesn't even have a bat name.
He's also like only half of the time even in the books.
He
Half
just
the time
shows up when
Bruce
he needs
made
things
him.
made.
Yeah. No, half the time Bruce makes it. Other half Lucius makes it.
Certain ones show that like Bruce isn't smart enough to make his own gadgets, so he gets the other guy to do it. And then he's like, other books are like, oh, Batman invented everything. Yeah.
It's always like, who's writing it?
He actually
Like
built
Bruce
his
Lee-
entire Batmobile from
Yeah,
spare
yeah.
parts he found in the cave.
And he made 19 others.
Half the parts are made
Swayze.
from real bats. You just don't look close enough.
You jam him into the wheel well.
But that's been the funniest part about Batman. Like, if you really sit down and think about Batman, he doesn't work. To build the Batcave and every one of those vehicles, weapons, and equipment that he uses, he has like a full team. It almost strikes me as like a Santa
Well, that's
Claus
Batman
kind of thing.
Incorporated.
He pulls back the curtain and there's like an entire engineering team. Like,
It's the Star Labs in the Flash situation.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they making the money?
Right, yeah. Well,
I mean,
Wayne
I guess for
Enterprises.
him, Wayne
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Enterprises,
got
he's
Wayne
just
Enterprises,
like,
yeah.
he gets residuals.
but no, I
that's
always find that
always-
funny. If
yeah.
you start overthinking Batman, there's no way Bruce Wayne and Lucius made everything.
Well, so that's one of the things where, obviously, since Batman's first appearance, right, Detective Comics, all the way back when, he only had one car.
yeah.
But Batman is one of those guys where, like, because obviously the timeline changes and the reboots and yada, yada, yada. But anytime they show the Batcave now, it has, like, all of the Batmobiles.
Yeah.
It's got the one from the 40s. It's
Right.
got, like, but wait, I thought you guys rebooted. Why would he have the one from the 40s?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Why does he have the
why-
Batman
you know-
Returns
Yeah,
movie?
Okay.
like why is he rocking like an old school like Ford motor car, a crank one that has like a bat on the front, when
Why-
he's only supposed to have been around for like 10
Right.
years?
Why has he got the 1960s convertible just
Yeah.
parked in the corner?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Which is what I liked about White Knight because they showed like all of the Batmobiles. Like they had the one from the '90s Batman movie, you know, the Tim Burton one, or '89 or whatever year it came out. But yeah, it's just like Batman is like one of the few characters, regardless of the reboots, regardless of the shift in the timeline, he always has every car.
Just like he always, just like Dick Grayson, he's always going to be Nightwing, and like, no matter what reboot, they're always in the same world.
Right,
They've always
yeah.
worked together. Number 18 is Alfred.
Hold on, before
I would put Alfred so much higher. on this
Yeah, I
list.
feel like he's
if we're
number
going,
two.
If we're going worst to best,
Yeah.
Alfred should be so much.
Number 17 is James Gordon. They put Gordon above Alfred.
No. No, I don't know who made this list, but that person is an idiot.
Yeah. This is more of a they're just listing Batman memories. There's no way this is in
It
an
said
actual order.
worst to
It
best.
literally says that, worst to best.
I don't know how anyone would put Alfred that low.
If you guys are
When was
already-
this written?
Very recent because of our 16. Duke Thomas. Signal. Do you even know Signal, really? Okay.
Yeah. So wait, Signal is above Alfred.
And Gordon.
And James Gordon, honestly, yeah.
I
Like
swear.
Lucius Fox, I could see him being low on the tier. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
he's
I got
not
that.
always there,
Yeah.
but Alfred's literally always
Literally,
there.
Alfred has been with Bruce from the beginning.
And he can do everything. The dude's like a medic. He's engineering.
Well,
he's
he's
spy.
like ex-British SAS, depending on the timeline you want
Yeah.
to go with. My favorite is when they show him like guarding the Batcave with a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or if we include the Injustice, where he headbutts
He like
Superman.
headbutts Superman. Such a good moment.
Like, no, even without the pills, the fact that he has the balls to headbutt Superman.
Because he was the first one to take
yeah,
the pill.
no one knows
He
if
didn't
it
even
works.
know if it was gonna work.
Yeah.
He was like totally gonna headbutt.
Could you
Superman.
imagine a headbutt Superman? He's like, oh! And Superman's
Well,
like,
I mean,
what
right-
did you think was going to happen?
Depending on how hard he headbutted, he might have died. Like if he didn't have
Like he headbutt a wall, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
He has the strength, but not the invulnerability, so
Right.
he crushes in his own skull.
That's a good point too.
Number 15, Harper Row.
What is this list?
I feel like it's going the opposite direction.
Yeah, I feel like you should have. It should have been best to worst.
And number 14 is Lucas Fox, who's Batwing when they want it.
When they can think of how to use them.
I don't remember the last time Batwing was even in a
Oh, you
book.
just make a defeated side.
Okay, this one's not bad. Stephanie Brown for 13. If you take into account
Okay.
her history.
Yeah.
You know,
Alright.
okay.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think these are really This is Batfamily adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, technically she took over as Robin for a little while.
I think she's the shortest stint. Is this
Yeah,
right?
she
Oh,
did.
yeah.
It was like
For
all of like
very,
a
very
week and a
short.
half.
Then she became spoiler.
Yeah.
Number 12 is Cassandra Cain.
Oh, I wanted her higher because I love Cassandra Cain.
Which
We're talking Orphan, right?
We're talking Orphan. For the record, you can tell where we're going. We're going to be going into Jason Todd, Damian Wayne.
Of course.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna laugh
I mean,
if
those-
Clayface is like 3. Just
Yeah,
from
okay,
his
okay.
That's true,
detective
technically,
comics.
yeah, it's Detective Comics.
Before we get there, because we know what's going to be there, do you think anyone in the immediate, the Robins, are going to be lower than 5?
No.
How many Robins are there?
Jason, Dick, Tim, and Damian.
Like 4 like official Robins.
Because I'm assuming this is all in
then you had the random
continuity.
ones.
family
Yeah.
members. This is
I would
not-
say
No,
I would
top
say
five's
Dick is
gonna
going to
be
be
all
number 1.
You think Dick's
I think
I'd
it'll
have
be-
to say.
And not Bruce Wayne?
No, this
Would
is
Bruce
this is
Wayne-
No,
Batman.
yeah, not. I would assume they're
he's
not
technically
including Batman.
in the family, though.
I mean, he
Technically,
I mean,
he is the namesake
family.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
family.
Can you imagine
Okay, all right. If it's not Batman,
Then I would say
then
Dick
I would
Grayson.
say Dick Grayson.
And
Could
then I
you
would put
imagine-
Damian Wayne and then Tim Drake.
I'm waiting for
then-
the Batman Fast and the Furious crossover where Batman just has the barbecue out in the back in a Wayne Manor. Family has come together.
Well, I mean, really, they could do like an Umbrella Academy version of Batman. Because really, Batman adopted all these weird orphans.
Well,
You
had
stole my
real-
tire. I'm adopting
Yeah,
you, kid.
yeah, like-
if you read the Batmen run that ran in Detective Comics by, what's his name, James Tynion, where he
Yes.
got
Oh, he's
Clayface
so
and
good.
everyone, when
Yeah,
he ended
yeah.
it, he said he's going to start a school.
Oh, really?
And Alfred's like, I wouldn't do that now. And he goes, we'll get to that. Well, like, a school is going
they
to be...
won't get to that.
Give it time.
No,
actually.
because they'll reboot it and he'll be like 24 again.
You're not wrong. All right, so number 11 is Clayface. Clayface is
I called it! All right, this is Batfamily adjacent.
Okay.
I'm sorry, working with the Batfamily does not make you part of the Batfamily.
I won't lie. That makes me so happy.
But he's
on
above
the list.
Orphan and Spoiler and Harper.
I would have put him beneath them.
Number 10 is Tim.
Tim Drake is
Really?
only 10?
Tim Drake is only 10.
Tim getting harsh. They're just like, Tim Drake, I mean, sure, he figured out Bruce was Batman without any help at all. And is technically considered a better detective, but whatever.
Yeah.
Number 10.
10.
Oh my god. Okay, who else is in this
Although
list?
technically in the new
hold on.
continuity, he was never Robin, was he?
No,
No, he's
They
technically
called
Red
him
Robin.
Red Robin.
But
Right.
I mean, Lucius Fox is in this list.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, also, but keep in mind, at the end of the current run, I love how they, in Rebirth, they corrected Red Robin.
Right.
By Batman being like, well, I've always considered you a Robin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know when the new 52 started, he wasn't considered Robin.
Not in New 52, but in Rebirth, they basically
Okay.
redubbed him as a Robin.
Okay, I must have missed that.
So, if he's number 10, who do you think is number 9?
You can already see it, I assume.
Oh, I'm looking right at it.
Right.
Dude, we already said Batwing. I'm trying to
Well, now
think.
because we're just doing anybody Batman has looked at.
I'm just
part
thinking,
of the
what would
Batfamily.
I not expect to be below him because they're or above him?
I'm
because
going to
they're
go
probably-
Damian Wayne. Screw it.
for 9.
Yeah.
You got to wonder who they got in the top 5.
I
now.
know. I'm very,
Tim isn't
very
one of 'em.
curious.
Maybe Batman is number 1. Best member of the Batfamily. Batman.
I can't even think of names right now.
It's Batwoman.
Oh,
She's
I was
above
actually
Tim.
going to
I mean, I
say.
could
But would
see
you
that.
put her above Tim?
No, I would not.
See, this list, they've got good ones on it, just not in the right order.
That's what I'm saying. I don't agree.
For our
Also, I
clickbait,
don't agree what is
you're
a
never
Batfamily.
gonna believe number 8.
Did you have to do it with a weird accent?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Zatanna.
How is she part of the Batfamily?
Hold up. Okay, hold on. I just want to.
So now we have Zatanna,
Zatanna's
the backwards
higher
talking
than
magician,
than a
who
Robin.
honestly I'm a huge fan of.
Oh, she's great.
I love his Zatanna.
She has been retconned in that Bruce grew up with her.
that doesn't
Which they
change.
point out, they put that in the animated series too.
Yeah.
that
He was
doesn't
trained by her
change
father.
that
Yeah,
Tim Drake was a Robin.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Would
and just growing up with Bruce Wayne doesn't put you in the Bat family.
no.
It's like a Bat cousin.
You're more in the Wayne family.
Okay.
Bat cousin.
Bat cousin.
It gets better.
Oh, it got better. All
Oh
right.
God.
So number 7. Where do you think we're going next?
I don't even
don't
know.
even
I
know.
honestly don't even know anymore.
Wonder Woman.
Huntress.
I would put her in the
could
Bat
s-
family.
I could see that. Yeah.
But above Tim and even Batwoman?
No.
No.
And even Clayface?
Well, well, which Huntress are we talking now?
The one that they have here is it's very vague.
Their
so-
child from the.
No,
Earth
it's not.
two.
It's
Yeah,
not
I was
her
going to
child.
say, because if you go off
That's-
of Earth 2, she was Batman's daughter.
Literally in the
And
family.
literally
yeah.
in the family, yeah.
All right, I'll agree with 6. Selena.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can count, she almost married him. I can count her in the Bat family.
Right, yeah. Okay. That is the only one I think
Now
we're
I'm
going to agree with.
Okay, so now we've got 3 Robins left.
Yep.
So who do you think is number 5?
I feel like somehow Joker's going to be on this list.
Oh, yeah.
Is Joker on this list?
I haven't looked that far ahead.
Because if you go off of Scott Snyder's run, like,
They are
there is
love.
no Batman without Joker, right? So there you go. Yeah, number 1. Right there, Joker.
Number 5, who do you think? Knowing who we have left.
I don't even know.
That's the thing, like, I know, okay, we definitely have 3 Robins. We know
No,
that.
I have a feeling Superman and Wonder Woman are going to be on this list somehow. If Zatanna's on the list, I think.
It's Superman.
It's Damian.
What? Wait, as what number?
5? Really?
5.
Okay.
This is an interesting choice for 4.
Is it Superman? I'm just going to go Superman every time. Superman.
Jason
Barbara Gordon.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about Batgirl. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Batfamily. I'll give it that.
Oracle as well. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could put her in there.
Yeah, I would put
Oh, I'll agree with this one. So who do you think number 3 is?
Jason Todd.
Yeah. And the image they got for him is him like,
It's definitely Jason Todd, then Dick Grayson, then Bruce Wayne.
I'm a big fan of, I'm a big fan of Jason Todd now.
yeah,
Yes.
same here.
Not so much old, well, he was dead.
No, I liked him when he was,
definitely
true.
old.
I
villain.
liked old
Yeah,
Jason.
I really like old Jason Todd, you know, when he was in the ground. It was less irritating.
I liked villain Jason Todd in our current redemption path of Jason
I
Todd.
liked villain Jason Todd, like, Under the Red Hood villain. But
Yes.
when he started getting really campy.
No, it was
for the
after
longest time, I
It
didn't
was
like that.
after Under the Red Hood. He got really weird until New 52 kind of gave
Yeah.
him a redemption path.
See, I like New 52 Jason
Onward.
Todd. I would say he was probably one of the best reboots
Yes.
of New 52.
Yeah. I would
Okay.
agree with that.
We got 2 left. Who do you think they are?
Superman.
Dick, then Bruce. It is Dick, then Bruce.
See, you can't count Bruce.
He's number one on the Batfamily list.
I called it.
All right, in my mind, the Batfamily is adjacent to Bruce because Bruce started the Batfamily.
Right.
And you would not count Zatanna. You would not count Clayface. Who's someone?
Clayface-
I would count Clayface more than I would count Zatanna.
I still feel like they're Batfamily adjacent.
Considering how recent this list is, and they
Yeah.
included Cassandra Cain, Orphan, because in Detective Comics, they specifically said that Clayface was a part of the Bat family. Like
see-
all of them were specifically
He's right. They
named.
did say you're in the family now kind of a situation.
So it really is like Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And you know what else is like Fast and the Furious? How fast I can open the portal! Honey is a browser extension that allows you to find the best prices in seconds while shopping on Amazon. Hate trying to decide between different highly rated vendors? Or are you feeling misled by low prices but high shipping costs? Honey searches and calculates all prices, including shipping, helping you save as much money as possible. We use it ourselves when buying things for the office or for the set to make sure that we get the best deal. One of the best things about the extension is how easy it is to use and how much easier it makes shopping for frugal people like us here at Comicstorian. Honey has over 100,000 5-star reviews on the Google Chrome store, so you know it's a good product. In fact, Time Magazine even said it's basically free money. So next time you go to shop on Amazon, be sure to use the Honey browser extension to find the best deal. And add Honey today for free at joinhoney.com/RNBE. That's joinhoney.com/RNBE to download the extension and start saving money by getting the best deals today. And the portal is closed. Man, I love getting good hair care, Dan.
You did it in the wrong order.
No, I didn't. Did I?
No, you
Is
didn't.
there an order?
Oh,
Easy fix, easy fix. And the portal is closed. I can't believe all the deals you get with joinhoney.com.
there it is. There it is.
Easy fix.
Well played.
fix.
Well played.
So,
Let's make a.
what is your
an
top
actual
5
one.
lists? Your guys. Top 5 Bat family.
Hold on.
Let's completely
Top
remove Bruce
5
Wayne
of-
and the Robins. Because in my
Oh,
list,
so we're not even doing the Robin.
I was like, because in my list, the top 5 are Batman and the Robins.
Okay, I will actually.
Sounds like an awesome band name.
I will not say that. I will say you can include Robin, but you have to
Ooh.
pick one of them.
Our chat on Twitch is stating this list is garbage. No Terry, no Azrael.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
Azrael.
yeah.
Especially because
Well,
he's in the new
to
one.
be fair, Ezra went a little crazy and
But
tried
in
to
the
kill
same
everybody.
way
but-
with Clayface, though, he's a part of Detective Comics Bat family.
That's true. And I actually, I did not read, I believe he popped up in Robin Eternal.
Which one?
Yes.
Gene Paul Valley showed
Batman
back
and
up.
Robin.
That
I
was
have
when he
not
showed
yet.
up. He was
Okay.
evil at the beginning. They converted him.
Okay.
And then in Detective, he joins the team.
Right.
While he's like finding himself. And
Okay,
now
yeah,
he's
see,
in
I
space
haven't
with
read all.
Darkseid, Cyborg,
Batman
and Jessica
Beyond,
Cruz.
Terry McGinnis, as well.
No, I said that, yeah.
You said that? Okay.
No, did you
was gonna
see
say
Andy's
that.
reaction to where I said Azrael?
Now he's in space. I'm like, what? Come on.
Oh yeah, and he's got he's like the god of a religion.
He's like a religious warrior, and now he's in space.
But he's got his own religion in
He's
space.
got a follower. Yeah.
Who dresses in the
give
old
me
costume.
Agent of the Bat. That's
know,
what
I do
want.
miss that.
I want
Yeah,
Agent of the Bat again.
Okay, so let's make our own.
What about
no
Ace
Batman.
and Bat Cow?
Bat Cow. Oh.
Top 5 Bat pets. Here we go. Ace, Bat Cow.
That's it.
Bat Hound.
No, there's a cat. There's a cat that
That's
Damien
Ace.
has.
Ace was Bat Hound.
No, there were
No,
two.
there's 2. Damien
is
has
there?
a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you're
There's
5
not even
without
enough.
the Robins, without Batman.
No, with one Robin, but you have to pick which one.
Okay, you get one Robin in your top
Grayson.
5.
Okay.
Andy likes the butt.
Are we?
He's got a nice butt.
Okay, hold on. Are we doing best to worst or our favorites? I wonder who he's gonna put on his list.
So I'm going Red Hood number 1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do Superman.
Your list is almost as awful as that one.
And then, well, I got to go off of the...
Well, okay, I'm gonna put Flash in mine. They were detectives together.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that's my
worked
number
on the
3.
button.
Okay, so I got Jason Todd, Superman, Flash,
So wait, yours is like the Justice League.
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
My favorite Bat family, the Justice League.
Did they talk to Batman?
No.
They're in the Bat
I
family.
put Red Hood on it. All right, we got to have rules then with it. We got to have rules.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort
Otherwise, it is the Justice League for me
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
can't do Robins.
I would
They
say,
have
all right, if you're not counting Robins, number 1 would be Alfred.
Here, put this somewhere.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know why this wasn't on camera this whole
Yeah.
time.
You can actually put that in my car. It's upstairs. And you know what? Throw the Red Hood in there too.
That's how it's supposed to go, just so you guys know.
All right, so what's the rules?
I feel like it would fall down.
Okay, I have the rules. I got the
Okay,
rules.
you get. I'll say it's
You
your
get
show,
one
you tell me
Robin,
the route. Okay.
and they have to be primarily based in Gotham. I feel like that limits it down.
Yeah. All right.
Because that means they're a Bat character. They're not their own.
Okay, so to me, the Bat family is the core group. That's Bruce, Dick, Tim, Damian, occasionally Jason Todd, depending on
Bruce, Robbins.
Yeah, pretty much the Robins and Alfred. Like that's the Bat family to me.
Well, I would give Barbara.
Okay, yeah, and Barbara.
See,
I'm sorry,
I
you're
would
right.
But you know, actually, based
I
on
would
Scott Snyder's recent run, he had a Bat family meeting, and it was the Robins, it was Barbara Gordon,
and Alfred.
And that was it.
That's
he
what I'm
didn't
saying.
invite
To
Batwoman.
me, that's the Bat family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you have like the people who work with Batman,
Okay, so our list is the top 5 people that work
The
with
extended
Batman,
family.
the extended family.
Yeah.
but are limited to the city of Gotham.
Okay,
Otherwise,
so we're
it's
not counting Robin, the Robins, Alfred,
no
or
Robins.
Batgirl.
Right. Remove the. We're doing the extended family.
No,
Right.
Alfred's so good, he's still on my list.
Okay, you know what? Sure.
A special
Number one,
secret
Alfred.
agent
All right, you
version.
do your list. I'll do my list. Go ahead.
No, I gotta actually think of the character.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Azrael number 1. I mean,
Okay.
you remember as a kid, I was a huge fan of Azrael.
You were, and I was too, honestly.
Yeah. Barbara Gordon, I go with number 2 because I
claws.
love Batgirl as a character.
Right. I thought we weren't doing Batgirl.
We pulled her off? Okay.
pulled her off.
pulled her out.
Yeah,
Okay. Then I'll do Azrael. I'll do Orphan. I'm a huge fan of Orphan, even the classic Orphan.
I liked old school Orphan better.
Yeah.
When she was Batgirl.
Are we keeping in continuity?
I didn't know
a
old
mute
school,
Batgirl?
so
Are we keeping in continuity? Are we allowed to go Dark Knight Returns?
pick whoever you want.
Sure.
What's her name? I know the Batgirl, the Robin in that one.
The ginger.
Yeah. She has a name though.
Is it Cassie?
Cassie.
Cassie, yeah.
Okay.
She had red hair.
The soulless Robin.
Well,
right, no, I'm with you.
I'm going Terry McGinnis. If I'm allowed to reach
said it,
out
not
there,
me.
I'm going Terry McGinnis.
Okay.
And
Which is also just Batman.
Well, he's beyond.
I'm gonna go Robin Beyond. Because I'm the only one caught up in the books. And Matt's currently Robin Beyond.
Yeah, but
I
he's a
am
little
not
cut up. I
didn't like the original run of it because it was like that weird brother eye.
Carrie Kelly.
Carrie, thank
That
you,
was it,
yeah.
not Cassie.
Oh, okay, that's
All right, I'm going Gordon,
okay.
number 1.
All right.
Leslie Tompkins.
Okay.
two.
Do you know they reversed her death?
Did they?
They killed her 5 issues ago and they just reversed it.
Oh, sure.
How did
Nobody
they
dies in
reverse
comics for
it?
real.
I don't want to spoil it too much until Comicstorian Weekly. The issue of Detective this week, 999,
Oh, it's literally this week.
it resolved everything.
Okay.
So I'll tell you guys off the air, but I don't want it for people who haven't read it yet. It was yesterday.
Okay.
Where was that? Gordon, Tompkins, Bat Family adjacent. Hold on.
It gets tricky quick, doesn't it?
It does if you're cutting out all the Robins. I would say Jean Paul Valley. I was huge on the Agent of the Bat.
Talon. Remember Scott Snyder's attempted reinventing Azrael?
And how?
Was he reinvented?
Oh, wait,
as
I thought
Talon?
you were
don't
talking
It was
remember
the
that.
same exact concept as Azrael, but for the Court of the Owls.
Oh, right, yeah, for the Court of the Owls. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Exact same concept.
I was gonna say, I
Didn't
remember
Talon
Jean.
come back and said that he was like, I knew your parents, Dick.
Yep.
We were best friends.
Yep.
I don't remember that.
He crossed over Nightwing / Grayson with that era.
Okay.
It was when he was in Spiral.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. That was Raptor. Raptor did that.
Oh,
Raptor
right,
became
yeah,
a
that's right.
primary villain of Nightwing. It was a really cool villain.
It was. He
Grayson
couldn't feel
comic.
pain.
So, did you read the Nightwing book when it came back? No. Raptor basically showed up and said, I knew your parents. I was supposed to protect them. I staged everything in your life, and I'm better than Batman. And he was supposed to train Dick to take all his skills as Batman, but go to that next level that Batman wasn't willing to do. And they became friends for like 20 issues until Raptor betrayed him.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool run when it
I'm
first came
actually
out.
planning on portraying you in 20 issues.
Man Bat, Mopey's adding in.
Man, Bat.
I would. No. Was he ever on Team
I
Batman?
was gonna say I don't think he was on Team Batman, was he?
He's on Justice League Dark.
That is true.
Technically, Zatanna's in Justice League Dark, and
Boom.
she's a part of the
There's the
Batman
bridge.
family, and then
Locos is Azrael, Orphan, Batwoman, Spoiler, and Catwoman.
Yes, I was gonna say I would add. So I got Gordon, Tompkins, Azrael. I would say Batwoman and
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yeah.
Alfred, Cassie, Cassandra Cain, Orphan, Azrael. I feel like you can't not have Azrael in your list. Alfred. And
You already said Alfred. You said Alfred first.
He's that good.
So my 5, Alfred.
Okay.
James Gordon.
I actually want to put Leslie Tompkins in there as well because she's one of the few civilians that knows who Batman is.
I'll also go with, I'll throw this one in there, but Permius would like to add Constantine.
Oh, I'll put Constantine in my list if he's a part of the Batfamily. He was in the animated film with Batman.
I mean, he was, but I wouldn't say he was really part of the Batfamily.
Yes, but same as like Zatanna.
So you guys want to see what our Twitter was saying about it?
Sure.
So before the show, I tweeted out, okay, trying something new for today's Comics Experiment recording. I want you to be our 4th guest. Who is your favorite Batfamily member and why? It's a big topic of the day. Live in 90 minutes, posted Saturday in Comicstorian. So Mopey responded first. One of our mods and Discord community managers. Alfred, the most loyal man in comics. Shock responded at Mr. Shock 16. I really like the Warframe comic you did a few months ago. Occasionally I just get random responses that don't really tie into what I'm asking. I told them we'll be doing more Warframe lore soon, right, Andy?
Eventually, if you ever get it to me, because I don't know it.
Ace goes at RadKing_Ace says Damian Wayne. Why? His development is amazing. Super Son series does him and John so much justice. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Damian. He's developed so far from the little shit to...
Wait, I was going to say originally, I hated Damian.
But he became so good before they reverted him.
Right.
He had the most character progression of everyone in the Batfamily, I'd say.
Let's talk Laura Kinney, which I believe is one of your followers as well.
Yes!
Stated, my favorite member of the Batfamily is Cassandra Cain. She has an amazing dynamic with the Batfamily, and her friendship with Stephanie Brown and Harper has a soft spot in my heart. On the other hand, she is badass and amazing fighter that can even beat Bruce, a role model. Nova Reverend.
Sound it out.
Reverend.
Ace the Bat-Hound because he's a good doggo.
Good doggo's best doggo.
Rob Madison says Alfred. GSBA Shadows states Jason Todd is Red Hood. He's an anti-hero, but he has such a dark past. It makes me feel that Batman made him who he is. The Lazarus Pit just boosted it.
Yeah, okay.
A lot more Alfreds. Jason Todd. I'm looking for people who aren't repeating the same characters.
Oh, I'm going to go with the maid from the 66 Batman show. I don't remember her name now.
I have someone I wanted to add to my list.
Hold on. Simon Ashtier says Batgirl.
I know, but I want to replace her.
Arguably Batman's equal, or at least considered Bat quality by Bruce. Self-made, all hard work, without the help of Bruce's billions.
True.
Okay.
Damian because he's Damian. Come on, Benny.
Get your head out of your ass.
By the way, I just want to say, since we're included out of continuity, White Knight Joker. I'd put him on my list.
Yeah, they were allies. Kevin Velasquez, I probably misbutchered your last name, but I'm sorry. Nightwing. He's everything that Batman could be if he found peace and was able to move on from his grief. Yeah. He's a worthy successor because he has surpassed his teacher, at least emotionally, and was able to carry the mantle in his absence. I agree. That's why I like Nightwing. He's so... Yeah. I really, really wish DC knew what to do with him. Yeah. Because he never gets a solid plot. It's never...
You know what? And when he became Batman, I was all about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because...
And his relationship with Damian during that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And like, to me, that was the... Because, I mean, so Dick Grayson was the original Robin, became his own hero, and then, yeah, took over as Batman. Like, I kind of wish they had kept it a little longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe we get, like, an alternate universe... continued series where, maybe Bruce really did.
It went on for like 2 years though, didn't it?
It did, but like I really like, because I thought that was the natural progression.
And speaking of going back to our original thing, I mean, the fan base overall was pretty happy with him.
Right. Of all the people who have taken over as Batman, like Azrael and whatnot, like really there's only 2 that people have not been upset about, and that was Nightwing and Terry.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are the 2
The Jim Gordon thing, everyone is kind of like, we'll accept it, but...
I think that was a good story, but you knew it wasn't going to last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim Gordon is going to be Batman for 30 years. Like,
Dick Grayson's basically to Bruce what Wally is to Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's a perfectly good replacement that some people even prefer.
Right.
Rygar Targaryen says, Batcow, why is it even a discussion? And I feel that's a good tweet to end us on.
Indeed.
You know the Batcow story, right?
Yes.
Do you really know how Batcow exists, like the plot behind him?
I just know of him. I don't.
Okay, so in Batman Incorporated, they had to go into a slaughterhouse to try they were doing something to the cows, and at the end, there's one cow that survives, and Damian decides, I'm keeping this cow.
Sure.
So they bring it back and they call it Batcow.
Right.
Which is fine, and Batman a couple times brings it up, Batcow,
yeah.
you know. And then there's a side story where Batcow puts on a cape and cowl and goes on an adventure.
How did he put on the cape and cowl? He doesn't
We don't
have
question
thumbs.
that.
Okay.
I just picture Batman making an apparatus that Batcow can
allows
walk
that-
up to.
right,
and
yeah.
Right.
It's sort of like the old when
my
they
God.
used to slide down the bat poles and
Yeah.
then come out fully costumed. Like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? Yeah.
Batcow's actually got one of those like Ironman platforms.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Steps
just
on.
like it's just the cowl and the cape, so it just kind of lowers.
Yeah.
For anybody watching this, I got like 50 different responses to that. So tweet us next week and we do the same thing. I actually thought that was fun seeing other
Yeah.
opinions on this.
I liked it.
I'll try to get to you. I'm just kind of skating through looking for ones that are kind of meaty, that look good, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or funny, that kind of thing. So
The best thing about Batcow is once he eventually dies, because they all do, bat steaks.
And on that note, thank you for watching today's episode of Comics Experiment. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about the Carol Danvers discussion and the Batfamily discussion. And don't forget to check out joinhoney.com/R&BE. And you can also go to forhims.com/experiment.
Rob and Benny.
Oh, they're both that? I thought we changed one of them.
Not yet.
Okay, so they're both Rob and Benny.
No, one.
The
Forhims.com/Rob
links will
and
be
Benny. And joinhoney.com/RNBE.
Okay, both links will be down below.
Yes, they
And if
will.
you want to support us, don't forget you can subscribe right here on Twitch. You can go to our Patreon, that's more direct support to us, or you can go to our sponsors so that they want to stay our sponsors,
Yes.
which we'd appreciate.
Indeed. See you next time.
And Andy's like, I like my new job. Please go to the sponsors. See you guys next week right here.